Welcome back to the channel. Today we are reacting to an interview given by Roseanne to Star Jones. Before we start this video, I want you to consider checking out my second YouTube channel. The link will be in the description box below. Help me get this video to 1,000 likes. And as always, don't forget to like, share, watch more videos, and subscribe to the channel.
My first guest is one of the 5 fabulous babes who co-host ABC's Emmy Award-winning talk show, The View. And as you'll see, she is the most opinionated. Take a look.
It does not take me a rocket scientist to figure out that this is a hooch when her first encounter is to flip up the back of her jacket to show her underwear.
Exactly.
Duh. Now, Mr. President, you know I like you a lot, but it should have sent a bell off ringing in your head. This is not a woman to be trusted. If she is so indiscreet to show her drawers to the President of the United States of America.
She has just written her first book, and it's called You Have to Stand for Something or You Will Fall for Anything. Please.
I will make sure the link to this book is in the description box below.
Welcome, Star Jones.
This leopard.
Isn't it nice, the leopard thing?
This
I'm so
leopard is
into it.
happening. I decided I wanted to blend into the background.
You are beautiful.
Oh, you sweet woman. You, thank you very much.
And I bet you think you run that damn show when Barbara Walters isn't there.
Only when Barbara's not there do I run the show, Roseanne.
Do you run it when she's there,
nah,
too?
We get to share it. I'm telling you, this is like the best gig. To have a bunch of broads sitting around talking. My kind of show.
What is up with that blonde chick?
Oh, what great tale are you talking about? Matanopoulos.
What's up with her?
She's supposed to be the baby sister. She's just starting out. Remember, Debbie, when she got the job, was a college student. She graduated after she got the job offer. So this is her first real job out of college. And it's real hard to sit to the right or to the left of Barbara Walters and across from
really
Meredith Vieira. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a lawyer. Meredith has 6 or 7 Emmys. Joy's been performing in front of crowds as a stand-up comedian.
Great,
and Barbara's Barbara. And then everybody looks at Debbie and expects her to jump through hoops. Well, you know what? You sit up there with her a couple of times to see if you can do what Miss Matanopoulos does. Thank you very much.
I can, and better. But you know.
Tell me in the comments if you remember being the new person at work.
Do y'all have your periods at the same time and everything?
Yes, girl. The first time it happened. Well, everybody except Barbara. No, but I think. No, you started. I knew if I sat out here with you 2 minutes, I'd lose my mind. Okay. The first time it happened, our male executive producer, Bill Getty, he said he died and gone to hell. He now knew what hell felt like because we all were having our friend at the same time. And we talked about it on the air.
Isn't
and I thought Barbara would die.
Because, like, when you get around a group of women, and for people who don't know this, which I guess would be men, when you get around a group of women for some biological reason, which is really deep if we think about it,
we shift.
We start going on the same cycle.
I think it is.
Now, truth be told, this I do know. And the only reason why I do know this, my mother told me I might become a single father. Anything can happen. And she felt like it was important that I not only know the proper information about me being as a man, but also as a woman. Tell me your thoughts about that in the comments.
It is proof that God is a man, because only a man would want to shift us all into the same cycle, so the male executives would only have to deal with PMS 1 time a month. Could you imagine if we all...
Now, I think it's proof that God's a woman.
Okay, tell me why.
Because when we're all raging like that, we can take over the world once we get together.
I know, I just wish we would.
How do you think the world would be if women ran it 100% of the time as mayors, governors, presidents, Senate, everything?
We need need to.
I know we need to take
We do
over the
need
world, girl.
I know. Now, I was loving what you said about, be quiet up there. Stop eating all that and don't talk when you're eating. I was loving what you said about how you're able to talk about abortion and all this other stuff, but when it comes to talking about God, I mean, everybody's got an attitude.
They flip out, and you know that.
I know it's true, because I had that on my show for years and years, so finally the last season of Roseanne, I did a whole season about God.
Which is a wonderful thing. I mean, how you and I both are very blessed women. Let's just think about it for a minute. We don't look like what they say people on television are supposed to look like. Our experiences are not the quintessential television personality. That's not who we are. So we're very blessed, and we could not be in the positions that we're in today without the help and assistance of God. And I don't have a problem saying that.
Why do you think religion is a touchy subject for television?
And I don't know why other people do.
I don't know, but it's so weird, because I was thinking about this the other day, that people, when you have God and you talk about God and you own God, these people, they look at you as if you're godless.
Right.
They treat you like you're godless.
And they expect me to always, you know, if you say I'm a Christian woman, which I do, and I am proud to make that statement. And I remember we had this big argument on the show about whether or not women should submit to their husbands. And everybody expected me, Miss Big Mouth Star, to go, I'm not submitting to nobody. But let me tell you something. I want a real man for a husband. A one who is God-fearing, who knows where the church is and doesn't just drop me off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want that kind of man. And if he's a servant of God, I have no problem submitting to his leadership, because that's what the Bible says. I have no problem with that whatsoever. It doesn't diminish me as a woman to have a real man sitting beside me.
Now, come on, ladies, will you submit to the man or the type of man that she's talking about? If not, put your description of a guy in the comments of the type of man that you are willing to submit to.
And that's what God says.
Well, now we're going to argue about the Bible.
Oh, we're going to argue about the Bible. I thought you were going to pick on me about being a lawyer.
We're not going to argue about the Bible, but I'm going to tell you what I think it says, because, you know, it is up for interpretation.
Yes.
You know, and Christians interpret it a bit differently than Jews. Here's what it says to me and to Jewish people, and I hope that lady's listening that thinks I don't know nothing.
Go ahead, girl.
But the woman is the crown in the man's head. The woman is the man's crown. And women are here to lift men. That's what we're doing here on earth, is lifting the men, because like Judaism says, if you are born a woman, you're probably on your last lifetime, because you've already worked through all the stuff you've had to work through, and now your whole karma is to lift them men up.
Oh, I like that, Roseanne. I like that a lot. May I use and adopt that? No, it's going to be leaving me hanging, girl. I like that.
See, that's like the Hebrew stuff.
And that doesn't take away.
It's the same thing, pretty much.
It's the exact same thing. You know what relationships are about? Giving and taking and sharing.
Right.
And I can't wait till I can give, take, and share with some fine man that wants to be my husband. So,
now, who are you seeing somebody? I saw you with pictures with some nice-looking men now and then. You got one?
There's some special person. But you know what? This is the one thing in the world that I do try to keep a little bit private.
Oh, I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
Only because there's so many people out there, a lot of celebrities who have their privacy invaded, and you've had your privacy invaded.
Oh, that's why I'm not even going to go there anymore. I already went there, and I'm keeping it out of my house, except for to say, my husband said I can't kiss no more men. And we're going to go to commercial, and then more Dish with Star when we come right back. No, he said that's it.
No more?
First of all, I should mention that Debbie is not here today. She got her tongue pierced last night, and she's in a lot of pain. Now, Star, you know more about this than I do.
Yes, I am Debbie's friend. And allegedly, her tongue has swelled up to the size of a pork roast, and she cannot talk today. Allegedly.
It's so funny to see see somebody making fun of you.
But it's hilarious. You know,
It
you
is.
really are a part of pop culture when Saturday
Right.
Night Live parodies you. And
Totally.
everybody wants to know, do we find it offensive? Are you kidding me? We want them to parody us every week because that's a new
right.
viewer that watches the show. So thank you very much.
Oh, I love when they make fun of me, too. I just saw me on the Celebrity Death Match with Kelsey Grammer.
Girl, I
So
saw that
funny.
one. I saw the Celebrity Death Match. I was at the beach and turned it on. It was funny. You
Wasn't
won,
it
didn't
funny?
you? Didn't you win?
Well, I laid on him till his skeleton popped out of his skin.
Do you remember the TV show Celebrity Deathmatch, and did you watch it?
I don't know which one of us won, but it really cracked me up.
I liked it.
I like that stuff. We were talking in the break a little bit about, well, I was asking if you wanted to go to the Clinton place, and you're like, well, you don't like Clinton, and I start saying, it's not that I don't like him. I love to have you help me make this point.
Right.
It's not that I like or don't like Clinton. It's not about my personal opinion. It's just that I got so scared. One time I was up in Canada a few years ago, and I was watching their news, you know. This is what brought it all to me about 5 years ago. And I was watching the news in Canada, and there were 2 points of view on every single issue. And I said to myself, we don't get to see this anymore. All we generally get is one party line point of view, and that is not America. And I got very disturbed by that because it's not right.
And I agree with you.
Right.
I love having people to disagree with me. That's one of the premises of the show with The View, is that there are different views. And just because you disagree, that doesn't mean you dislike people.
Right.
And we just have to get our people in our neighborhoods and our communities to have a little intellectual discourse, a little conversation, so that you can expand what you're thinking, and you might learn something.
Right.
So we can...
And it's okay to disagree.
Of course it
my God, we
is.
went to this place, this fake nice place. Everybody talks about nice,
That
nice,
politically
nice.
correct place.
We went to a fake nice place where actually we're not saying anything, and
No.
that's the nice thing, is to not say anything and to not disagree.
But bad stuff will still be here if we don't
Right.
say anything.
Right.
You know, we've discussed racism on the show. We've discussed whether or not Madison Avenue should be the ones to decide what size beautiful women are. Excuse me, wrong.
Right.
I mean, we've discussed all of those things, and of course, we've discussed the president. And
Tell me, how do you feel about people that disagree with you?
the issues surrounding the recent scandal, or
Right.
it's not even recent anymore, it's a long time scandal now.
But we have to hear more than a party line, or else we find out we're living in Russia.
Yeah, well, thank God we aren't, you know
Yeah,
what I
thank
mean?
God we aren't.
And I'm glad that we could sit down and discuss anything that you want to and still get off and hug each other, and
Yeah.
that's the way.
It's about respect, isn't it?
There you go.
We got to learn that. We got to learn that
you go.
again. That's the scary thing, it seems. To me, that's the scary thing, because how did we get off of that? All of a sudden, it's just like, oh my God, we don't agree, so we shoot somebody. We don't agree, so we burn down a church. What is this about?
It's a very frightening thing to live in a time where, you know, I'm on television now as an African-American woman, but my grandparents are still alive. And my grandparents lived during a time where they could not drink out of a water fountain because they were the wrong color. Or couldn't go to a movie theater. And so we have achieved tremendous strides, but we're still not comfortable talking about the issues that divide us in our country.
But
And
we need to.
There you go. And I love the fact that you on this show and us on our show and other people are really talking about things that relate to everyday life.
Well,
Tell me in the comments, how do you feel about having conversations that divide people in this country?
we need to.
There you go,
We
baby.
need to. And I think it's great that we're not a size 6. Neither one of us is a size 6. What
No.
in the hell are they trying to say there?
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. I am so sick and tired of people telling me you must weigh a $105 dripping wet to be considered a diva, because that is obviously not true. You know what I'm saying? That is ridiculous. And when I wrote the book, that was one of the things that I wrote in the book. If there's one little girl who looks at Roseanne and looks at Star and doesn't put her finger down her throat because she's been told she can't achieve, she's not beautiful, because of that, then I feel like I've done what I'm supposed to do. The dedication in the book says, for all the little girls out there who are told that they are too dark or too light or too tall or too short or too fat or too skinny or too smart or too dumb, tell them not according to your Auntie Star. And that's what I want little girls to come away with this book and everything that we talk about here.
That's right. You know, I want to say one thing, that I hope that in my lifetime, this whole thing about the way women look and the size of our bodies, that that the weight we carry, the emotional and weight we carry and the weight we take up in the world, I hope that someday in my lifetime it'll be like your grandparents, that we'll look back and go, you know, there was a time where all women had to look the same way, like you said about your grandparents drinking out of that white only. I hope that happens in my lifetime.
Your mouth to God's ear,
Yes,
Roseanne.
ma'am. Thank you for being here.
Oh, I've enjoyed it tremendously.
When we come back, I'm going to slip into a sexy little number for our large lingerie.
Once again, for those people that are interested, I'll make sure the link to that book is in the description box below. Tell me your thoughts about this video in the comments. Please answer those questions because I would love to hear them and get to know you just a little bit better and have that discussion. But as always, don't forget to like, share, watch more videos, and subscribe to the channel.